All right, so what I've done here is I've added a cube, a cone and a sphere to the scene. I gave the cone a yellowish color, diffuse, and I've given the sphere a pink color, diffuse. And what I've also done is I've moved everything around. If I go into 7 view, everything's not lined up in a straight line anymore. I have different depths on this. Let's go back into this mode here. Now we've never named our objects, but this cube's name's cube. So what we want to do is, let's click on the camera itself, and let's go into the camera settings. What we have here is we have a depth of field setting here. Now we want our focus point. This will be the point that we want the camera to really focus on. We're going to make this the cube, which means the camera will be here, measuring that. We can do a radius, or we can do an f-stop size. So let's go ahead and change this into rendered mode. And let's change this to f-stop. Now if we make this 0, a second here, everything goes out of focus. Let's make it a 0.2. Notice now we have some blurriness in the depth field. It's focused on this, but the farther an object gets back, the blurrier it gets. So, and then when we get to about an f-stop of 1, it stops doing it. So 0 to 0.1 is 0 to 1. Any number between that is usually is where you want to stay, I've found. So if we go 0.5. 0.4. Maybe an f-stop of a 0.5, maybe. We'll do 0.4. It's just so grainy now because we're doing so low resolution, so low samples that it's looking pretty bad. But you can see how as the object gets farther back, the less in focus it is. One other thing we can do if we have really don't are selected. But if you, well, actually you do, and then you have this camera setting, you click this. You can also do composition guides. So here's some different composition guides. And I'll show you what it does here. If you hit thirds, it divides your camera up into 3 equal parts, vertical and horizontal. And one thing you'll notice if you focus anything on these corners here where the lines cross, it gives you a little bit better composition. So let's go back into solid mode so we can see what we're selecting. Select our camera. You can have multiples on, or you can have different ones on. You have center, which will put a crosshairs right in the center. Center diagonal, which will cross from side to side. Thirds, golden ratio, golden triangle, A, B. Just different ones you want to play around with. So let's just do a golden. So let's grab our camera. Just move it over like this. So maybe our box has a logo on it or something. I don't know. Let's get rid of that. Let's do thirds. Grab once again. Put it here. So that'll be something there. So that's something you can just play around with and do some things like that. All right, so now we have an f-stop on here, and we have composition guides. So let's see what our composition looks like now. We'll go into our rendered mode, and I'll hit the rendered key, and I will pause it until it's... All right, so you can see it took 2 minutes and 30 seconds on this, but you can see where you can start you're getting some depth of field. Objects seem farther away. It's giving you that illusion. So basically you can see where using textures and the modeling and the textures and different camera angles and different camera chips, you can get a pretty nice little project going.